So if you love Bruce Springsteen, that is your guy right there. And he is a senior graduating this year with a summa cum laude. I hope I said that right.
You got it, bitch.
Thank you, Joanne. So, hello everyone. I'm glad to be here to talk tonight because it wasn't so easy for me to do this sort of thing. And I hope that if I can tell my story, I can show people that it's possible for people like me to evolve and improve and to learn to live meaningful lives. For the past 4 years, I've worked to distance myself from the problems autism has caused me and embrace all the good that it's done for me. And I think I've done it. If I can do it, we can all do it. The key is, for all the faults the spectrum gives us, it gives us abilities too. Like most people on this panel, I was diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome back when that was something that professionals diagnosed. I didn't find out about it though until the summer before college. And back then I had major social difficulties. A lot of basic interactions proved problematic for me as someone who couldn't understand the fundamental rules that everybody is expected to adhere to. All throughout high school, I had sat on the outside of things, generally ignored by most teachers and dismissed by most students as either simple or sometimes a drug addict, since I couldn't figure out any other reason why I might act the way I do. When I came to college, that didn't change. College is supposed to be an institution of transformation, but in reality it serves as more of a method for molding oneself. And the environment still stays, in many ways, the same. Early on in college, I found myself struggling with the same social issues I dealt with in high school. Within the suite where I was living, a hierarchy developed in which the others found it easy to assert dominance over me. That, combined with the sheer discomfort of being away from home for the first time in my life, led to some outbursts, the kind that families of autistic people know all too well. You can ask my friends about some of the furniture I destroyed, the venom with which I retaliated for things that had built up for so long, because they don't forget. And I didn't want them to either. But the change came at last through my academic success. Growing up, I had always heard from my parents how smart I was, all this talent I had, that I just never believed in. My grades never seemed to reflect any sort of skill or intellect, and most of my teachers just ignored me. There were occasional teachers who advocated for me, but they were few and far between, so I never believed them. The weight of all the others seemed so much stronger back then. In college, I managed to get straight A's, with the exception of, let me be frank, some ridiculous outliers on that. I have managed to maintain a streak that I never knew I could. I still had my doubts. I still couldn't get myself to speak in public or social settings. I still felt weak and afraid. But the success served as a small shred of proof that I had something that I could call talent. With that in mind, I set to work to improve everything about myself that I could. So I taught myself instruments and languages. I practiced speaking, and I discovered that I have a truly savant-style ability to write. I've written entire books in my time here. Even though I have no idea how to get them published, I still feel pride that I managed to work that hard and get a result. If anyone knows any... I still face difficulties from time to time, but I now know exactly what my faults are, and I work every day still to improve on them. I still have issues understanding what's acceptable sometimes, but by and large, I can interact with people in a way that doesn't hinder my life. All the way that I've come, I can only look back in wonder and gratitude towards friends, family, teachers, and whatever divine force is out there that encourage me to push ahead. To defy the limits of my discomfort and to fight my shortcomings. I've come a long way from the meek, long-haired, hazy-eyed kid who walked into the dorms for the first time 4 years ago. The fact that I'm here, talking, is a testament to willpower, not just mine, but to all the people in my position, because we can all do this. 4 years ago, I didn't know what autism was. I had never heard of autism, and my parents told me I had Asperger's. I had no idea what that meant, but it sounded disturbing. It sounded uncomfortable. I mean, ask me. What does that mean? I realized it means that I don't have to blame myself for everything that goes wrong, but I definitely have to give myself credit for what I do right. It means that I've had to work hard and fight every step of the way. And I do it all with a smile on my face. Every day I go out into the strange foreign land and I explore. I'm an Aspie. I hunger and search and thrive, and I don't let anything stop me. I'll never regret who I am, what we are, because what we are is amazing. We can all live meaningful lives, not normal lives, but meaningful lives, beautiful lives. We can never be normal, and that doesn't matter. We're not ordinary, we're extraordinary. For 4 years, my professors tried to get me to talk, to speak up more, and I finally managed to do it. I walked in as a freshman, too intimidated to open my mouth. But I'm not afraid anymore, I'm hungry. I'm hungry for experience and growth, and I'm hungry to shape this world. I don't know what life is going to bring, but I know it will be amazing. Thank you.
I am pleased to introduce Jordan Schmidt, an Aspie freshman playwriting and screenwriting major from Cherry Hill, New Jersey. He was diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome when he was 3, and damn, is he tall. Seriously, he's tall. Anyway, Jordan is a huge film buff. One of his favorite movies is Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and he's been writing his own stand-up comedy for about 1.5 years now. Without further ado, everyone, Jordan Schmidt.
First of all, let's just give David and Lauren and all the peer mentors a nice another round of applause. Not for putting this event together, but dealing with me. All right, so I can grab this. Awesome. I like to tell people that I was born in Jupiter, so they can go, oh, that makes sense. I don't even. Actually, no, not Jupiter, Neptune, because I was actually born in Neptune, New Jersey. But I like, even when I tell them that, they still think I'm from another planet. And I see why that is. I mean, people on the autism spectrum really have sort of like alien kind of things. I mean, a great deal of us are frightened and confused by human customs and social interactions, and we say funny things and speak in voices, and being social isn't really that high on our list of priorities. And we have bizarre rituals, secret handshakes. How you doing? May the force be with you. May the gods be over your favor. Hello, my name is Nunimoto. You killed my father, prepare to die. You get the idea there. Now, I will not lie to you. Growing up with Asperger's was very difficult. I mean, if my high school was filled with the mindsets of the people, like the people in this room, I would have had no problem. I would have had 4 years, and it would have been great. It would have gone swimmingly. However, the people in my high school, some of them, not all of them, some of them saw somebody like me acting funny and say, hey, he looks weird, let's screw with him. And my sort of mindset was like, oh, that's because they want to be my friend. They're laughing at me and talking crap about me and behind my back because they want to be my friend. Yeah, that makes sense. The weirdest people picking on me I got, 11th grade, I think. Hey, Schmidt, you want to know why you're weird? Why? Because you smile funny. That's. What do you mean that I smile funny? I mean, look. Oh, I see. And I really do get it. I mean, I get where these idiots got that idea, because as you all know, there is only one way people smile. If you look in the Merriam-Webster dictionary, that next to the word smile, that is the singular way of smiling. Oh wait, no it isn't. It varies with everybody on the planet. So really, there is no such thing as smiling funny. You can smile like this. That's not smiling funny, it's just smiling. I did actually have some problems with that growing up. I mean, picture in elementary school is a lot of fun. Okay, smile for the cameras. No, none of that goofy smile nonsense. Just give me a normal smile. In all seriousness, actually, I know why Aspie smile that way, because they can detect each other if they're in a room together. I mean, you walk in a room, you see 29 people smiling one way, you see one person smiling like this. Yeah, that person might have what I have. And then there are the wonderful people on this planet that try to understand your Asperger's, or more succinctly, try and over-understand your Asperger's, because they have met an Aspie and they think, okay, everybody Aspie on the planet is like that specific Aspie. I mean, because that's totally like that. No. I had this one special ed teacher my freshman year of high school, and this was the year I literally told all my teachers about my Asperger's, and this was the one, so the first day of school, she's talking to me like I'm completely gone mentally. She's like, "Hi! Do you need help getting to class?" And I'm like, no, I'm fine. And why are you talking like that? Confuse the hell out of somebody. I mean, and that's the one mistake that neurotypical people make with Aspie's. They figure that everybody on the spectrum has the exact same sort of issues. And if I can use a really complex metaphor, I'm going to do it anyway. Say there's this list. There's this big long list of every single thing that somebody could deal with if they're on the spectrum. And before everybody's born, that's going to be on the spectrum, they have this opportunity to pick from this list. They got a duffel bag, a big old duffel bag. And anything on the list they want to and they can put in that duffel bag. And of course, some people's duffel bags are bigger than others. Like mine was kind of smaller than usual, to be honest. All I can manage to throw in, I have the list right here. I can throw in overthinking, I mean that's sort of stationary. Anxieties about social interactions, that's a good one. Slightly escalated emotions, as if you couldn't already tell. Procrastination, yeah, you know.